Previously on Crowforest Reviews. Well, this might take a little while to sort out. And now the conclusion. What do you want with me? The BGM? Who is the BGM? What do you want with me? To finish your review. To finish my review? Yes. But I was already going to do that. So this whole interlude has been entirely pointless. Alright, that doesn't actually work unless I'm actually in the review. Hello, and welcome back to Crowforest Reviews. So, where was I when I got interrupted last time? Oh, right. Time is running out for our heroes, so they work together to build a getaway ship. But with the skies surrounded, they realize that they're going to have to go underwater. So they escape in their newly constructed submarine. But out of the window, they are forced to watch as Cloud Cuckoo Land sinks beneath the waves.
I feel something inside. It's like the opposite of happiness.
But they don't have much time to contemplate the destruction of Cloud Cuckoo Land before the submarine they're in springs a leak and it starts to sink.
This is not how Batman dies.
This is how the Batman dies. Not with a bang, but with a whimper. Guess it was with a bang. So after a whopping 2-minute fake out where we're actually supposed to think they're dead, it's finally revealed that they survived by climbing inside the double-decker couch from earlier. Well, I have to admit, I did not recognize that thing as a Chekhov's gun, but there you have it.
I don't mean to spoil the party, but does anyone else notice we're stuck in the middle of the ocean on this couch? I mean, it's not like a big gigantic ship is just gonna come out of nowhere and save us. My gosh!
My god, it's infinite improbability, Snark. After they're saved by the Deus Ex Machina pirate, they come up with a plan to defeat Lord Business. A terrible idea montage. Emmett realizes that by following the instructions, they can blend in with everyone else and thus sneak into the tower. All they need is a spaceship that looks exactly like all the others. There's only one problem. They're going to need a hyperdrive.
Yeah, but according to your precious instructions, this ship needs a hyperdrive. We don't have that part.
Maybe we could find one.
What do you think? A spaceship is just gonna appear out of the blue? Are you kidding me? The same bit?
Holy crap, it really is infinite improbability, Snark. Since when has that been one of Batman's powers? So they get the hyperdrive, and then they proceed to have one of those weird montages where they say what they're going to do, they do it, then they cut back to saying what they're going to do again. Seriously, am I the only one to find this style of editing jarring? So they break into the compound, narrowly avoiding getting caught by the ever-classic technique of saving the day with a song number. Why does that keep happening in the stuff I review? So we have a sad little moment when Wildstyle reveals that she wanted to be the main character, but the writers wouldn't let her because they thought that Emmett was more interesting. Fortunately, Batman interrupts before we have time to consider how much better of a movie that would have been. They begin their plan, calling Lord Business out of his office through the clever ploy of calling him out of his office, and they sneak in. Wow, if it's this easy to thwart this moron, what were they even worried about? Emmett and Batman are ready to swing down from their perch and put the piece of resistance on the Craggle. but the laser shield is still in place.
We'll wing it. That's a bad pun.
No, it's a bad pun. So they get through the shield, and just when it looks like they're going to be able to pull this off without a hitch, they fail. So apparently the only reason they're all afraid of Lord Business is because they're all even more pathetic. So Bad Cop captures everyone, Wizard Guy faces off with Business only to be killed for his troubles, Emmett learns that there is no prophecy and that he's not the special, and Lord Business throws the piece of resistance into the vortex outside his bedroom window. All in all, they're pretty screwed.
Release the Craggle!
Really? You had to go there. So Lord Business straps a bomb to Emmett's back and leaves them all to die. And this is the point where we know beyond a shadow of a doubt that Lord Business is evil. Not because he leaves them all to die, no, because he says ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao, my sisters.
Ugh. That is the most evil thing imaginable. Lord Business takes off in his escape pod at the top of the tower in a very dramatic sequence. Okay, that was kind of funny. Anyway, Lord Business starts using the Craggle on the entire city, freezing people into place, and when they start to run away, he sends in robotic micromanagers to ensure that they freeze in a natural position, so as to achieve perfection. Everything is looking pretty hopeless for our heroes, but just then, Wizard Guy shows up to tell Emmett that there is no secret ingredient. So through the power of Deus Ex... no. On second thought, even Deus Ex Machina would be shaking its head at this. Through the power of I don't even know what's real anymore, Emmett jumps out the window into the vortex even though there is no possible way for him to do so. Inspired by the loss of Emmett, and no longer slowed down by his incompetence, the others form and execute a new plan of attack unhindered. And what better plan than delivering an epic speech?
Today will not be known as Taco Tuesday.
Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
And then, suddenly, this becomes a very different movie.
Hi, Emmett.
Hi? Is this the man? The man upstairs.
Wait, I'm confused. Is the kid the man upstairs, or is the dad the man upstairs? You're sending very mixed symbolic messages, movie. Anyway, we find out that the dad is very obsessive-compulsive, and he wants his Lego world to be perfect, so he uses crazy glue to keep things how they're supposed to be. Oh, so that's what the Craggle is! I never would have guessed! Wait, so this whole movie is just a game that the kid is playing in direct opposition to his dad? Well, I guess that does explain how Emmett was able to jump out the window. Actually, in retrospect, a lot of the nonsense in this movie now makes sense. In fact, really only one thing doesn't add up. How does Emmett get into human world? Are you telling me that if you jump into a vortex from Lego World, you end up in human world? Nope, didn't work. So in a very confusing climax, we keep cutting between the Lego world being destroyed by micromanagers and Craggle, and the real world, where the dad is gluing everything down the way he wants it. It's all very meta, and it's edited together very well, but it all just kind of makes my head hurt. Emmett realizes that he is the only one who can stop the dad from completing his evil plan because he is the only one who knows the true nature of their enemy. But there's just one problem. Emmett can't move in the real world. Well, that's kind of inconvenient. But never fear, through the magic of willpower, he can move. Well, then why even introduce that plot point if you're just going to immediately dismiss it? So the kid sees Emmett move and promptly sends him back through the portal into the Lego world. And now things get even more confusing. Emmett helps to save his friends, except now we know that it's just the kid, except maybe it really isn't, and my head hurts so much! And it gets even worse when the micromanagers show up for the final confrontation, causing us to wonder, isn't this just the kid and his dad having a fight? What kind of a messed up climax is this? But who cares? Unikitty has a mental breakdown and destroys the micromanagers. I don't care that it doesn't make any sense, that is awesome! Then, finally, we get our final confrontation between Emmett and Lord Business. Or rather, the kid and his dad. I can't decide if this is a cheap cop-out, a legitimately touching moment, or just weird. But I'm leaning more towards just weird. So Lord Business puts the piece of resistance back on the Craggle, or rather, the dad puts the lid back on the crazy glue, and everything goes back to normal. Or does it? The dad decides that if he's going to let his son play with his Legos, then he really has to let his toddler daughter play also. And so Lego World comes under attack by Duplo monsters. So that was the Lego movie. How was it? I honestly don't know. The first two acts are pretty good, but the third one was just so out there, my head hasn't quite caught up to determining whether it was good or not. Well, that's about all I have to say on the subject. Till next time. What was that? Oh, ow. Oh, my God. My review must have somehow broken reality. Now, the universe is destroying itself. This could be the end. It's just an average warp core breach. Oh, is that all? Well, until next time. Wait, warp core breach? Damn it! Well, anyway, here's your kid-friendly clip of the day.
Stay positive.
Tear me apart.
Stay positive.
Come on.
Forget it. We all need to be more friendly.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome when we live in our dream.
And that's the story. I just don't know who else to turn to. You're the only one I know who's crazy enough to help.